Saying something nice about every Destiny exotic. Exotic Chest Armor Edition. Actually incredibly good right now in PvE. If you use this with Storm's Keep, it's a very meta loadout. I already know that the sweet business guy is watching me right now. An early day Destiny 2 exotic that I actually loved back in the day. It was so much fun having the ability to have your solar grenades and your melees up a lot more often just by having your super up. It was such a great effect back in the day. Actually pretty good now. Got a buff in Renegades that made it a lot more viable. Essentially, you have Demolitionist on all your weapons all the time, and it's much, much better to use. Besides that, it's also just a nostalgic piece of Destiny history, being one of the first exotics we ever had in the entire game. This plus Storm Grenades and Season the Plunder went incredibly hard. It makes your melees deal explosive damage. That's just kinda cool, like, very cool actually. This makes Thunder Crash even better than it already is. When this came out during Witch Queen, I actually loved this playstyle. I enjoyed using this with the IS Luna and Headstone when that first came out during Grasp of Avarice. That 30th anniversary year was really just such a fun time, and I remember this exotic being the thing I used the most back in that time. It's very pretty, and I like that the flowers shade differently based on the subclass you run. This was probably my favorite exotic during the Final Shape year. Running this with double rocket sidearms was such a fun time when those were at their peak. It's basically a jetpack, and that's kinda awesome. Another early day Destiny 2 exotic that was really meta at that time. Lucky Raspberry is actually a lot better now. You can get your grenade energy just for jolting any target, and that's a very easy effect to apply. Don't sleep on this, it's actually making some waves right now. This is the best PvP exotic in the entire game. Argue with the Wall. My name is literally Reaper Knives. What makes you think I wouldn't like the exotic about throwing knives? It's literally just dodging +1. I think that's cool. This was absolutely busted in Forsaken, and it made PvP even more unbearable than it already was. We had Wormhusk Crown, One-Eyed Mask, and also this. It was just insane. What a time to be alive. I'll be honest, I had no clue what this did until now, so I'll just say it's a pretty looking exotic, and the glow effects on it are pretty nice. Back in the day when the game was a lot more defensive, this is a very valuable tool, and I love this exotic for that reason. Your Falcon's Halberd and Commemoration, the Void Machine Gun, is the only combination in the game that I feel sexually attracted to. This makes Arc Hunter even more better than it already is. The ability to get incredibly high damage resistance just for using a single ability is such a strong effect. This is so powerful. This makes the Beyblade Fantasy a lot more fun, making the tangles come to you. Not only that, I do want to note, the actual look of this exotic is incredibly cool with all the green strands that are floating on your body. It's such a cool looking exotic. This exotic was so strong, it was glued to every Warlock for at least an entire year. This might be one of the prettiest exotics in the entire game. This is my favorite build on Warlock. On Arc Warlock specifically, this is an insanely strong combination. This exotic got a nerf that did literally nothing, and I think that's incredibly funny. Chromatic Fire works with the Praxic Blade, and I think you didn't know that. You should try that out because it's a very fun combination. You made all your new player friends use this exotic because all they were good for was a Well of Radiance. Stormdancer's Brace is actually pretty good now. No, like actually, they made it pretty good. I know you don't believe me, but just take my word for it. Mantle of Battle Harmony out of all exotics is just a great middle ground between your abilities and your weapons. Your super comes back faster, and when you have a super, your weapons are stronger. So it's such a great effect, it's pretty solid, I think. The buff to this exotic made Warlocks even more viable than they actually are. And I do want to mention that I like the way this exotic looks as well. Raincoat Raiment quite literally enables the best stasis build in the entire game. This exotic feels like it power creeps the old double stasis grenade Osmiomancy setup, and it's incredibly good. I love this exotic. Anyways, that's just one nice thing about every single exotic chest armor piece. This video is probably a lot shorter because it just feels like there's less chest pieces in the game than everything else, even though it's not true. Anyways, the last thing I'm going to do is boots. Thank you so much for watching and have a nice day.